Hello, Sundari. This whole past week has been very, very blurry. I felt really bad throughout the week because I was on my period, and this is like the first period after my first vaccination shot. I had read about how exactly can affect your period, but I didn't really know that it will actually do it. If you can hear birds in the background, I'm really sorry. So, after about a week of just disturbing pain and just feeling like nothing at all, I'm back. What makes us feel better when we're down and out? Coloring our hair. Now, the last time that I colored my hair, I actually showed you guys how exactly I did it. I'm going to put the link of the video somewhere here. I always get confused where exactly the cards are going to be. So as you can see, the lovely color is on the ends of my hair, but around this much space, close to my roots, the color is not there because obviously my hair grew out. So I want to show you guys how exactly I touch up my hair and how exactly I take care of my hair afterwards. My hair and my nails grow really, really fast. That's the reason why I don't like to go to the salon to get it done, because I would be bankrupt, and we don't want that. And my nails also, they grow so fast, so I cut them really short most of the time. Not only does my hair grow out quicker, I also have a lot of white hair. I don't know if you guys can you see it? It's right around here. There we go, on the inside, and I have a little bit here, but most of it is just like scattered everywhere, so I don't really have a lot of gray hair, but I do have gray hair, and I would like to cover them up. I like my hair, but I really like the tinge of red that we're gonna do today. In the last video, I got a couple of comments saying that Kumal, this red hair color looks really nice on you, but I don't really know if I can experiment that much. I don't know how exactly it's gonna look on me. Segueing the sponsor of today's video, which is Garnier Color Naturals. Garnier Color Naturals actually has a website. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. Open it. You can actually try the colors before you apply it on your hair. And I feel like that's just so brilliant. You know, sometimes you don't want to experiment. You want to see how that color looks on your hair, and that's exactly what they show you on their website. And I found it really helpful because when you have curly hair, especially somebody like me who does a lot of videos, I need to know if my hair or like the color is gonna look good on me, because if it looks bad, I have to wait a long time to color it back. It's just an occupational hazard, you know. Thank you to Garnier Color Naturals for sponsoring today's video. Let's get started. Let's show you how exactly I do this. When it comes to prepping your hair for coloring at home, you have to make sure that you don't have any stylers in your hair. So wash your hair about 2 days before. Don't put any sort of styling products in your hair. That is really important. If you put styling products in your hair and then by chance you color it, a lot of your hair strands might not get colored. So because you have that product in, so the hair color doesn't really work that properly. Let's go. So in today's video, we're going to be using the same color that we used last time. It's the Garnier 6.60. It's a beautiful, yummy red. So I'm going to show you how exactly I touch up my hair. Now, my touch up is a bit different than your touch up because mostly if you have colored hair like this, you would only touch up this portion, which I'm going to show you how I do. But because my hair is highlighted, as you can see, I want the red color to shine more. So I'm going to apply first as a touch up, and then I'm going to apply all of the hair color throughout my hair because my hair is highlighted. If you're somebody that doesn't have highlights, just apply the hair color right here. First things first, wear a t-shirt that you don't really mind ruining. This is my hair coloring t-shirt, and as you can see, it's tie-dyed by its own self. I didn't want it to, but it just tie-dyed by its own self because I use bleach and it just gets discolored. So rather than putting a towel on top of you, because as you can see, it's already really hot, what I like to do is I just wear a t-shirt that I don't really mind ruining. Let me just show you the steps of mixing the color first. So today, as I mentioned before, we're using the Garnier Color Naturals Creme Riche in 6.60 Intense Red. You want to take a glass bowl, nothing metallic. You can add the developer and then try to pinch the colorant from the top and squeeze from there. I've noticed when you take the colorant out like this, you're able to take out more colorant. It's just a better way to take it out. So when you have both the developer and the colorant in the bowl, mix it well so it looks like this.
and then we apply.
The reason why I really like the Garnier Color Naturals is because it is a quite nourishing formula. Like, I have used other hair colors before, and they do dry your hair out a little bit, if not a lot. Really depends on how lucky you are. The product is enriched with avocado oil, olive oil, and almond oil. So I feel like it really nourishes my hair, and I don't really have to worry about my hair feeling dry afterwards. It says on the packaging that it's 100% gray coverage, and I've like my grays are mostly covered by this. So let's start the application. You have to use gloves, guys, before you actually start hair coloring. This is my hand just mixing it, so be a bit careful and apply the gloves. My mom is such a pro at applying hair color now. Like, she can apply hair color with just one glove. I'm gonna try to put a voiceover because the sound of this can be annoying for a lot of people. So let's go. To not have a stark difference in my hairline, I like to apply my hair color a little behind the hairline, not really starting it exactly on the hairline. And after I've applied majority of the hair color at that space, whatever hair color is left on my brush is what I like to apply around my hairline. Not only does that help in application, because you can focus on the white hair and the gray hair first, it also really helps in kind of creating a shaded effect on your hairline, if that makes any sense. So the first place that I like to focus on when I'm applying hair color is exactly where I have white hair. This is where you should also start, because by the time you're done applying hair color throughout your hair, that specific portion is going to have the most amount of hair color, so your white hair will be colored properly. I like to take smaller sections and then just apply it, focusing a lot on this particular area, because this is the first thing that people notice. I'm going to do this throughout my hairline. Sometimes I just take a dollop of the color, apply it like this, and with the brush and my hands, I just disperse it everywhere. Also, try to concentrate on the ends of your hair when you have highlighted your hair. A lot of times the ends lose color because the highlights and the way you shampoo and conditioner. So just like that. So I'm gonna apply this to the whole of my hair because I need a mirror to apply it, and I'll be right back. Do keep in mind that this is a hair color on top of your highlights, so this can overpower your highlights, but that's okay. We can fix it like the next time. That's how I generally do it. So you guys can see that I've applied a little bit too much around the hairline. I'm going to fix it in a little bit. Now the whole of my hair is covered in color. Use a hairband like this to tie my hair. And now I'm going to show you how exactly I clean this color. So what I like to do is I take a cotton. You can also take a Q-tip if you want to, just like this. And I'm going to just gently push this back. And if it does stain, don't worry about it. It kind of leaves the skin in like a day or two. So try to not color your hair the very day that you have to go out. Now this is an extremely pigmented color, so you have to be a bit careful. If you ever have stains like this, just apply a little bit of oil, leave it for some time, and it'll be fine. I'm gonna leave this in my hair for about 30 minutes. I sometimes actually leave it for more, like around 45 minutes, just for good measure, because it's an actual red color. So you can actually choose whichever time that you feel comfortable. And I'm going to wash off, and I'm going to show you how exactly I take care of it afterwards. So after each hair coloring session, I actually do a deep conditioner. You can take whichever deep conditioner you actually like. I like both of these, but this one is pretty much finished, as you can see, and I have this one, so I'm going to use this one. So this is what my hair looks like right after coloring. And it's been raining, so I don't really know how I'm going to show you the before and after, because the before would be in sunlight and then the after would be in this light. I don't think that will be a fair assessment. Deep conditioner, you can use your own favorite deep conditioner. I like to use this one because it's really quick. You can take as much amount as you need. I start off from the base, sorry, from the ends, I'm very haphazard when it comes to deep conditioner because I put so much time in like coloring my hair. I also really like to apply deep conditioner around here because I get a lot of flyaways, so I just like to hydrate this place. Also, the deep conditioner will help in removing, you see this color, it'll help remove that. So just apply a deep conditioner very well, especially at places that you feel like dry. For me, this area also gets dry. Basically, all of my baby hair gets really dry. So I'm just gonna apply that. And now I'm gonna keep this in my hair for about 3 minutes. You can keep it for more if you want to. This specific deep conditioner works really fast. So one complaint that I have about this deep conditioner is that I really wish it was bigger, because like if it's bigger, then I don't have to like buy it every 2 months or so. I can just buy a big bottle and be done with it. But so I'm just gonna let this stay in my hair for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna wash it off with water and then we're gonna style my hair. So since we're waiting for my hair to be deep conditioned, I thought about sharing with you 3 things that I always keep in mind when I color my hair. And this is something that I tell like all my friends as well who start to color their hair, especially if you have gray hair or if you touch up quite frequently, is how to elongate the life of your hair color. So the number one thing that you should do is always make sure to deep condition each week. Do it weekly without any fail. The second thing is not to use any stripping or clarifying shampoos, because when they clarify, they clean all of the good oil as well off of your scalp, and they also remove most of your hair color, and then your hair color is going to look really weird and patchy, so you don't want that. So make sure that your shampoo is light, it is very moisturizing, and it doesn't really strip your hair of everything. The one way of telling that your shampoo is stripping is if you use that shampoo and after using that shampoo your hair feels squeaky clean, like your hair feels very very dry and you feel clean, but it's like this exaggerated clean, and you don't really want that. The third is always make sure that you condition your hair after each wash. Okay, these 3 things together are in kind of making your hair color last long on your hair, and you don't really have to touch up that frequently. I think this was like my first touch up in a month and a half or 2 months. So that and the only reason why I touched up is because my hair grows really fast. So somebody like me and you have to touch up your hair quite frequently, or you just want your hair color to last long, try these 3 tips and I hope that these help you out. I think I'm gonna go and wash my hair now. So that's what it that's exactly how I touch up my hair. As you guys can see, this is the result. It's not super curl defined because I didn't really put any products in my hair today. I just wanted to show you guys what exactly the color looks like without any products. As you guys can see, the hair is still like very soft, very bouncy, so I really like that. Most of my grays as well as the most of my roots are touched up properly, and I don't really have any grays around here as you guys saw before, and there aren't really a lot of grays inside of my hair. If you have any questions about anything, please do leave that in the comment section. Apart from that, if you have any questions about the Garnier Color Naturals 6.60 Intense Red shade, which is what I applied, I'm going to leave all of the details in the description box. If you want to try the color, if you want to know more about the hair color, every single thing is going to be in the description box. So open it and check it out. If you have used this hair color, let me know how exactly your experience has been. How do you touch up your hair, and what is the process of your hair touch up? Do leave that as well in the comment section. I mention this in every video. Whatever I say in these videos is helpful to me. I'm just a single person, so if you have something else to say, something else to add, it just makes everything so much better for other people, because they can see my video, get my opinion, and then scroll down and see your comments and get your opinions as well. So definitely leave your valuable comments in the comment section. I hope you guys like this video. I hope this is useful. That's about it.